What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If y'all are watching this on That Girl Casey, I haven't seen y'all in a while. So how you doing? And if y'all are watching this on Felon for Senate, how you guys doing? I just was out there campaigning, okay? So yes, I've been going for a little bit, but I've been out in the streets getting to meet people, campaigning, everything. But so I came home a little tired, whatever. I said, let me, play around on Twitter. And I saw Don King was trending. And I'm like, why is Don King trending? And what I saw is video worthy now. Like, gonna edit it and put it out right now.
I live in Florida, so I'm like on ground zero of where all of this is happening. I'm out of my mind about the bills banning conversations about race and ethnicity and LGBTQ, just even mentioning gender identity in primary schools. But some will say, okay, so are you arguing for throwing out the Constitution? Should the Constitution be thrown out? What do we do? Is it a living document? Or is it a sacred document?
It's certainly not sacred. All right, let's start there. The Constitution is kind of trash. Now, let's just talk as adults for a second.
What did you say? It's what?
It's kind of trash.
Trash.
It was written by slavers and colonists and white people who were willing to make deals with slavers and colonists. They didn't ask anybody who looked like me what they thought about the Constitution. They didn't say, oh, Jim, come over here. What do you think about this old Constitution? Well, massa, I sure don't like how you stole my children. But I gotta say, man, this King George, he needs to be stopped. My grandpa used to say, ain't no taxation without representation for massa. Like, that's not what happened.
Okay.
Right? This document was written without the consent of black and brown people in this country and without the consent of women in this country. And I say if that is the starting point, the very least we can do is ignore what those slavers and colonists and misogynists thought and interpret the Constitution in a way that makes sense for our modern world. That's the starting line.
Do you want to rewrite it?
I could, right? I could rewrite parts of it in a tweet, right? Like, how about popular election for the president? People vote, not land.
That's not even in there, is it?
I'm saying if I was rewriting it, we could do it in a tweet, right?
Yeah.
Term limits for Supreme Court justices. And how about no states' rights when it comes to health care, elections, policing, and guns?
Right.
Just better. That's just better, and you can do that in a tweet.
Can't the amendments help some of that?
Well, here's the problem with the amendment process.
Really fast now. I got 20 seconds.
The problem with the amendment process is that in American history, there have been 115 people allowed to interpret what the amendments mean. 108 of them have been white.
Okay.
That's a problem.
Well, you are certainly a compelling guest on this.
This borderline mental health patient, they gave him the stage to dance around like a fool, and then they clapped for him. Before I get to him, The View is nothing but pushing a bunch of racist propaganda to keep people divided and, not to mention, victimized. They love it. They love it. I live in Florida. It's ground zero because we can't talk about race, ethnicity, and then they banning LGBT talk. They are liars. They read the bill. As I talked about that bill, what she talking about with the banning LGBT talk, that's the parental rights bill that they keep calling the Don't Say Gay bill. You read the bill. I do not want to send my child to school and some teacher rounds up all the kids in the circle, start talking about Tommy looks like a boy, but he's a girl, and Sarah looked like a girl, but she's a boy, or you should be binary. This is happening. I'm meeting people who are telling me, yo, my school told my child that they have gender issues. This should not be happening. No school should be teaching kids that one race is better than the other, no matter how they make it sound. Okay? I don't care. I am not so miserable in my existence that I want 6-year-olds to feel bad about something and they weren't even thought about when it happened. We have a history that is not perfect. No country does. And I'm not minimizing what the ancestors, what they went through. I'm not. But how long are we going to hold on to it as some crutch of anger that's going to get us nowhere? I'm just going to say some of the stuff he said. The Constitution's not sacred. It's kind of trash because slavers wrote it. And then he goes off and he does this act. Massa didn't, and they are, they're laughing. They're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you. They wrote this without any consent of black and brown people or women. because they always got to find another person because it sounds silly. So it's like, let me add another group. You know what I mean? And then we need to interpret it in our modern world. And they need to do all this other stuff. And then he brings up the guns. I don't understand a Black man who wants gun control. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Let's make that clear. I don't understand Black people who ask for gun control, who beg for it. It makes no sense at all. It is your Second Amendment right to bear arms and protect yourself. This is the propaganda. See, they're not dumb. The left is not dumb. And now I have to use those type of labels. The left is not dumb. And they get them to say, we need to interpret this Constitution. It's racist and everything else. And it plays on young children. It plays on kids. And when I say young children, I mean young adults, 20, 21, 22, who will say, yeah, the colonizers wrote that. Yeah, it's not for me. And then you give up your rights because you don't even learn them. The people who wrote that doctrine, I don't know who they were. I don't care who they were inside and out. I thank God they did. This is what takes empowerment from Black people when they're told this is exactly the thing is. I've been saying this. I'm like, yo, they try to tell you your Constitution is racist, so you don't learn it. So they make it like it's a bad doctrine. They want to remove it because there are so many freedoms, the freedom of speech, the right to bear arms. That's stuff that you need to know that's in there. And he goes up there, and the Democrats give him money. Because who is this guy? Where he come from? I know what it is. I know what it is, man. They got actors everywhere. Why do you think in 2020 there was all this rioting and all this, and then pallets of bricks popping up in the cities? Nobody's dumb. This is being funded. He's funded. When people meet me, I met some awesome people today. I did. But some people, I think when they meet me, they think like, oh, this is cute. She's running and, oh, she's trying something different. No, y'all do not understand what is at stake here. I don't think you get it. I don't. The way that you are used to living is being taken away from up under you. It is. And it will be charioted through. They will chariot terrible policies under the guise of racism. I know what they do with these words, right? Okay. We do not need anybody going to Senate allowing certain bills to pass through for diversity and equity. Okay. That will take away rights from all citizens. Okay. We need people going up there like myself who will say, absolutely not. And then Joy, she knows he was performing, but she said, oh, you're a compelling guy. Deep down, she's like, what an idiot. Yeah, that's what she's thinking. The girl, the blonde, there's another one there. She's a blonde. She barely ever talks. She's probably like, I don't know how long I can last on the show. Because wow, please subscribe to whatever channel you're watching this on. Please subscribe and share. Pass this along. You know what? I've never asked y'all to do this one. Like the video. I've never asked y'all to do this. I want this to go viral. I do. Because I want to meet him. I want to look him in the eyes and I want to say to him, you really feel comfortable with some of the stuff that you're saying? What's wrong? Thank you for watching. You guys have a wonderful night, wonderful day whenever you're watching this, okay? And I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.